Well, that sucks. Let's see. So, I need to get my sanity up. That's obviously going to bring my investigation down. I think it'd be a good idea, though. Let's talk to the cat. Hey, little one. Look at you sleeping there, not a care in the world. At least you're alright. I don't know what I'd do if both you and Kazuki... No, I can't think like that. There's more to all this and too many unanswered questions. I'll get to the bottom of it. Manage to salvage a normal life out of this somehow. Don't worry, little one. Can't play with the cat. Let's go ahead and read this real quick. A violent incident in the sewer below the streets of Shinjuku in the hours last night has resulted in the death of a detective and an apparent rescue gone wrong. The body of Detective Kazuki Tanaka, 29, was recovered last night after nearly a week-long search when he went missing off the streets of Kasumi Gaseki? The mysterious incident has left the police scrambling for answers and a suspect as the investigation continues into its second day. The detective who first arrived on the scene, Yami Ito, has declined to make any comment to the press, but her superiors say that after following a lead, she was led into the sewers where she made contact with a lone female suspect. At that time, sources say the female suspect panicked and the incident ended violently before she could be apprehended. There are many unanswered questions, however. It appears that beside the lone detective, there were no other people on scene, calling into question how the case was handled. There's also a question of the missing suspect and why, after Detective Tanaka was killed, the suspect was not able to be restrained. This case comes in the midst of increasing scrutiny on the police, in particular the violent crime section, as other incidents of police neglect or questionable investigative practices have been made public. Several experts have gone on record saying that Tokyo's police are not equipped to handle the recent wave of crime. The police have promised to release the result of their internal investigation as soon as possible. Superintendent Yukimura, who is in charge of both Detective Tanaka and Ito, has urged his department and the public at large to hold judgment until all the facts are in. I've heard a lot of rumors surrounding this case, but we're barely a few hours into understanding what happened down there. I think it's too early to jump to conclusions. An article from 2 weeks ago. So this is 2 weeks later. Everything in it is laid out so neat and factual and makes it seem so simple. It's like that all happened to someone else. Like the Ito on the page is a different person from some other world. Yet it's not. That's what happened to me. Or so they say. The article barely mentions the girl, the bloody bag, or the red paint. How can they write that? Like it's true. The press will try to simplify any story to sell papers, like Kazuki always said. Other things about that night don't add up either. After backup finally did arrive, they couldn't find any trace of the girl. Fingerprints on the red paint were inconclusive, and the knife at the scene was clean too. That's what they told me. But there's no way that can be true. What really happened down there? It's not bright and happy in here anymore. So, I think we're going to take that pill. The pills that the doctors gave me are right on the table where Kazuki left them. Count on him to pester me about my health even when he's gone. I hate these pills, but I'll keep taking them for your sake. She looks really beat up. I mean, I get it. Her sounds like boyfriend, but maybe, mutual friend that I think possibly lives with her here. He died? Okay. So we're still focused. We lost some points, but we've gone back to being stable. So that's probably a good thing. Can we take more than one? The doctor said if I take my medication, things will get better. Oh, you can. That sounds like a bad thing. Okay, so you only get a little bit back when you take a subsequent one on the same day. think we're good. I don't want to overdose. I've been avoiding spending too much time in this room lately. Memories of that night always come flooding back whenever I do. Sometimes I think I can hear his voice just beyond the door, and that when I open it, I'll see him there, finding these last few weeks just to be a bad dream. But it's no dream. He's gone. I don't know what hurts more, the fact that he's gone or the way that it happened. Taken by a girl who shouldn't exist. Reyna, that was her name. I remembered a few days after the sewer, but kept it to myself. At the debrief, they had me talk to a station psychiatrist, and one look from her was enough to figure out what everyone else must be thinking. The police reports, the press. No one's mentioning the girl. But I saw what I saw. If she came back then, maybe... If I could only get some time to collect my thoughts and investigate the scene myself, I'm sure I could find something to prove she was there. I doubt they'll let me anywhere near it, though, at least for now. One way or another, I'll find the truth. Mosh. Hey, I brought you some dinner.
Konnichiwa.
Thanks, Yumi. You didn't have to do that. You need to eat something, neighbor. Can't just sit around all day, right? I know that. It's just... It's alright. You don't have to thank me. I'm no good with this stuff. But Ayami, I'm really sorry. About Kazuki, I mean. I know that he meant a lot to you, and I didn't know him very well, but... Stop. Just stop. You don't... I'm sorry, Yumi. I didn't mean it. Forget it. Forget I said anything. I'm sorry I snapped at you. I guess it's all been a bit much.
Huh?
Oh, earthquake! Get down! That was a big one, huh? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. I know we're not best friends or anything. I was just worried is all. Sorry, Yumi. That's my phone again. That's how we end all our conversations. Work again? It's like they know when we're talking. Yeah, maybe. I have to take this. And Yumi, thanks for the food. Anytime.
Hi.
Marsh. Ito here. Ito, sorry I didn't call sooner. I need you to come into the station. As soon as you can. What's this about? It'd be easier if we talked in person. See you soon. Didn't get to play with the cat. I tried. I couldn't. I think we're going to do a little bit more, and then we'll stop. Like I said, I got some reports that it's like a 3-hour game. Like, some of the Steam reviews are like 3 to 3.5 hours. But then I heard elsewhere that it's like a 6-hour game. I know if you... Because there's multiple endings. I know if you do, I think, all the endings, it's something closer to like a 12-hour playthrough. So, we'll probably, I'm guessing, get this done in like about 3 2-hour videos, probably? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if I want to go through all the endings. From what I understand, the game doesn't save all of your previously read text as like a skippable option, you know? Like a lot of visual novels do, where it's like, okay, skip all unread text and then it'll stop you when you get to something new. To my understanding, I don't think the game has this, or it doesn't. Somebody mentioned that in a review. So apparently replaying's a little bit annoying because you gotta keep just clicking. And apparently the endings aren't necessarily like vastly different, so some people said it wasn't quite worth it. I don't know. Let me know, for anybody who does know, if they'd like to see, or if they know if they, the endings are worth it to go through like multiple. I have a feeling maybe not every one of them, but maybe like a handful of them might be good to go through, you know? Let's see. Enter elevator. Let's talk. Oh, hey, Ito. Didn't think we'd see you back so soon.
Konnichiwa.
Well, ready or not, I'm here. About what happened. It's alright, Saki. You don't need to say anything. It's just so awful. And I know you two were close. I mean, I heard... Yeah, we were, but... Seriously, you can leave it alone. I'm fine. If you say so, but I'm glad you're being so positive. No matter what people say, I know you cared about him and did everything you could to save him. Thanks, Saki. Yeah, I figure that's what's happening. After our previous incident, everyone's thinking that we either killed him or somehow maybe inadvertently caused his death. And they probably don't think the girl's real. What exactly are people saying? I guess it's only fair to give you a heads up since we're friends. There's been some rumors about what happened to Tanaka. Rumors? What kind of rumors? Well, that's... Oh, maybe I shouldn't. I don't want to upset you. Out with it, Saki. We both know you can't keep something like that to yourself for long. So you might as well tell me now. Fine, but you didn't hear it from me, Kay? On account of all the bad press surrounding Tanaka, the higher-ups are looking for someone to pin this all on. Someone close to the case, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I think I understand it just fine. Officer Bando told me earlier that Tyro was boasting about some promotion, and then I saw some movers going into your office on the CCTV earlier. It doesn't look good as all. Tyra? That guy needs a swift punch to the back of the head sooner than he needs a promotion. And movers in my office? This is too much. See? I told you you'd be upset. It's not all definite, though. All I know for sure is what I've seen on the monitors, and what Bando's told me. Hold on a sec. Who's Officer Bando? That's not some alias you came up with, is it? I only tried that with you one time, and you figured it out right away. Bando transferred in from Osaka a few weeks ago, and he's a total sweetheart. Sometimes he comes and talks to me at the front desk when he's free. Huh? Did he say anything else about Tyra's mysterious promotion? Not that I remember. All I know is he's been on the 4th floor doing some legwork for the detectives lately and overheard it. If I run by my office, maybe I'll see this Officer Bando and ask him myself. Hey, that reminds me. If you see him, could you give him this? What is it? I don't think the frog drawing follows standard police procedure. Do you like it? It's cute, right? See, I'm trusting you with this because it's more of a private thing. You'll give this to him though, right? Sure. It's like I've died and gone back to high school. Yeah, sure, I'll give it to him, but you owe me. I guess that's not professional to hand out love letters. Thanks, Iyami, you're the best. Guess you'd better head up to Yukimura's office soon, huh? Huh, so you knew about that too, huh? Thanks for keeping me up to date, Saki. All the CCTV cameras in the station can be viewed here. Saki stays up to date on all the office drama by having an unrestricted view of the whole building. I see you haven't slowed down in your viewing habits, Saki. Well, they do pay me to keep an eye out for suspicious behavior. It's not my fault if I happen to notice some other stuff at the same time. Like that detective... Ikeda? Ikeda always fixes her hair before she sees Detective Suzuki, or that Officer Satao takes off his wedding ring when he enters the building. Anyway, I have to be careful. Yukimura says if anything happens on my watch, that'll make me pay for it. So what's the story with you and the new guy? Sending letters isn't exactly your usual settle tactic, Saki. Hardy har har, very funny. This one's different. He seems like a keeper. And he's not half bad looking to boot. Iyami, I'm almost 25. I'm practically an old woman. If I don't find someone soon and settle down, I'll die alone. Even listening to you stresses me out. Saki, I'm sure your prospects are fine. Okay, so we got some investigation for that. That's good. We're getting less professional as time goes on. Maybe I need to kind of be careful about that. Evidence storage and forensics is in the basement. Investigative units offices. Tanaka and I have offices on this floor. Probably need to check that out, but I can't right now. The reception level. Saki's probably sitting there watching all the CCTV footage. So that's where we gotta go, and that's, I guess, where we have to go. Yukimura's office, right at the top. It's interesting. You know, there's obviously a horror game of sorts. But we're going through some pretty decent sections of, you know, not horror necessarily. Investigation, perhaps? I don't know, but... You know, we had the beginning section, which is fairly spooky. Then we had that past section, which is also pretty spooky. But after that, they've kind of given us a little bit of a break. Now we're more depressed than scared. Sorry to have to call you in like this, Ito. I know we promised you some time off after the whole rotten situation. I meant to talk to you earlier, but with everything going on, well, you know how it is. It's been a media circus for the last 2 weeks. Reporters were waiting for any excuse they could go to our throats, and they found it. Then the deputy chief starts calling me, then the chief. Hell, got a call from the mayor last night. All of them want this case solved and out of mind. If he was here to see it, Tanaka would be furious at all the bureaucracy. Can't even count the number of times he yelled at me after similar speeches I made to him. He was a good man. Yes, sir, he was. Let's cut to the chase. With every paper and news station covering your case, the mayor's demanding a formal inquiry on your conduct. Now, before you say anything, I'm not saying I would have done better in your shoes. The whole thing was rotten, if you ask me. Unfortunately, there are no do-overs in police work, and even choices that seemed right at the time can turn around and bite us later on. It's not only you. I made a mistake that night sending you in alone. I'll pay for that too. Keep an eye on your professionalism, using the spin system from time to time. Don't give those vultures anything to pick at. It's not just about inquiry, though. I'm concerned about you, and the choices you make, professional or otherwise, have far-reaching effects in the future. The people who will work with you and trust you, the options you'll have available to you are all hinged on your ability to keep a professional face. That's what I figured that was going to affect. Well, one more thing. Given the circumstances, we think it's best to transfer you out of the Violent Crime Department for the time being. Transfer? But, sir, I don't understand. I've already done twice the amount of work as some of the veterans, and I've only been in the unit for a few years. Surely my record should speak for itself. I mean, let's at least talk about it first. This isn't a negotiation, Detective. Think of it as a chance to get a fresh start. For the next month, you'll continue to be on leave. Fully paid, of course. Of course, I'll need to take your badge until you return. The gun, you can turn in downstairs. When you come back, you'll be helping out with some of the vice and insurance fraud cases. As another detective will be moving into your place, we'll need to clear out your office. I've asked the movers to come in today and give you a hand. Do I make myself clear, Ito? No, sir! Oh man, that's pretty rough. Let's try to get that professionalism up a little bit. I'm worried about that one trending downwards now. Sir, I understand your decision, but surely this move should only be temporary? That's enough, Detective. Until the internal hearing about your case is complete, there'll be no further discussion of this. Now, please go to your office and pack away any personal items to be shipped home. The rest stays with us. And Ito, take care of yourself. Alright, so we're getting that back up. I don't think objecting to it would have made much of a difference anyway, other than just making me less professional. Okay, so now we can go to the other places. I think he wants us to turn in our gun down here in the basement. I need to go back to my office and get my head together before I start wandering around the station. Uh-oh. Oh, that's bad. I guess... okay. It's only one way to evidence control, and that's through the elevator. Kind of a big oversight, if you ask me. Okay, yeah. So let's go do the right thing first so we don't get that neurosis up. They mentioned it as a multiplier for sanity, so that might actually be a more important stat to keep an eye on if we can help it. Gotta play with the cat every opportunity we get. The service elevator used for quick access to the rest of the building. Only the odd janitor and the detectives ever really use it. Hello, businessman. Investigator businessman. I look different than the rest of you, much more colorful. You guys want to talk? Nope. Just doing business over there. Hey, Ito, hold up. I heard you were back in the station. Real shame about Tanaka. He was one great detective. You're right. He was the best. Almost hard to believe he let himself get caught the way he did. I mean, it's weird, right? He goes missing and can't manage to contact anyone even once? I thought he would have tried to get in touch with you at least, since you were his partner and all. Anyway, you shouldn't blame yourself, Ito. It was dumb to send you down there alone with no backup. Let's face it, there's no way you could have handled that on your own. Do we want to stir up trouble? You're right, Tyra. Yukimura should have sent you, the man who hasn't solved a single one of the murders on his desk this year. Would have turned out much better. Hey, those were just unlucky cases is all. No witnesses. If Yukimura had sent me, I would have kept my cool, I tell you that. Sometimes I close my eyes and count to 10, hoping that when I open them, Tyra will disappear. Unfortunately, that tactic hasn't worked yet. I once partnered with Detective Nita, and was surprised by how competent he was. If he didn't attach himself at the hip to Tyra, he could probably make a good detective. An alarm for fires, earthquakes, and other emergencies. Alright. I think this is my office. They told me that as the only female detective, it would be best to give me extra space, which translated to sticking me at the end of the hall. What a morning. I'm exhausted. First, the bosses dump me out of violent crime, and send movers ahead of me so everyone in the station knows about my demotion before me. What a mess. As if I wasn't going through enough already. At least with my public shaming, I doubt anyone will have the courage to bother me in here. Gives me a chance to regroup and plan my next move. Oh! It's not... Oh, I wasn't ready for that one, I'll tell you that. Thought we were supposed to be a little more stable than that. I've been in this office for years now, quietly working my way into the boys' club to be respected as a detective. Look at it now, all that hard work shoved into some boxes, to be handed off to whoever Brown knows their way into promotion, no doubt. Can't help but feel like my hard work wasn't worth anything all these years, if it can be so easily packed away and forgotten. I saw Spooky Girl that time. I thought her sanity's going up. It's only at -24, we're stable. Why are we getting spooky faces? A new email is in my inbox from Yukimura. Looks like it's gone out to all the detectives. Let's see. Detective Ito has been under a lot of pressure. The tragic loss of Tanaka has affected us all. I think I see where this is leading. There it is. Ito will be temporarily reassigned. So he did make it public. How humiliating. Real nice of him to wait until I was out of his office before he hit send. After all this time, why doesn't he believe me? Probably because the spooky faces that you see. See, and now I'm prepared for them, so they're not scaring me. I just wasn't... It'd been so long since we'd seen a spooky face that I wasn't prepared for that other one. Kazuki gave me this silver hairpin for my birthday last year. Seems so long ago. I didn't quite catch that last one, but I think that was the... You seeing him with a mask and, you know, his throat cut. Yukimura doesn't believe me. I'm the laughingstock of the station, and now I'm being moved out of the office to top it off. Doesn't get much worse than this, but it's Yukimura that stings the most. I thought I could trust him, but instead he tells me to turn in my gun like I'm some sort of criminal. Sitting around here isn't going to change anything. If they won't investigate, I will. First things first. I need to get my hands on that mask. Rena mentioned it over and over, and it's the only clue I have to go on. Or Reina. Okay, yep, spooky mask again. Alright, let's head out of here. Spooky music. Forensics gave the mask a once over and stuffed it down in the basement. I should go down and scope it out. Why have we got spooky music now? I was gonna say our detective friends are gone, but it looks like they're back. Or, not, those detective guys are gone, but these ones are still here. Officer Bando, the recent transfer from Osaka. It seems that Saki on the front desk is quite smitten with the guy. Hi, you must be the new transfer from Osaka. I'm Detective Ito. That's right. Transferred me in last week. How you doing, Detective? Please, call me Bando. Y'all got a big station here. Embarrassed to say, but I could never find my way around the Tokyo branch all that well. I get myself lost half the time, to tell you the truth. So you must be the one that's all over the news. Don't worry, you never could trust the press. None of them know a thing about police work if you're asking me. And it sounded like you caught a rough one. Sorry about your partner. Thanks. Rough is an understatement. You want the card? Yeah. Ibashi at the front desk wanted me to give you this. Huh? Saki did? Well, hand it over and let's have a look. Oh, well, I didn't reckon she'd send something like this. That's just because you don't know her like we do, Officer Bando. Yeah, well, do me a favor, would you? I know, not exactly professional, but tell her to meet me on the roof in about 20 minutes. I do it myself, but I'm too busy. We're gonna definitely lose professionalism points, but I also don't want to be like the world's hugest jerk. And be like, sorry, no, I'm too busy. So, sure. Alright, but not a word of this to any of the other detectives. Got it? You got it, Ito. You're alright. I'll crack this work out and then get upstairs when I can. I owe you one. I didn't lose anything for that. Maybe when I tell her, I'll lose. Oh, you can walk around in the elevator. Not that it does much. I think it got dark outside. Okay. I passed on that letter you gave me. You did? Way to go, Ayami. What'd he say? Was it too much? Wait, you didn't read it, did you? Oh god, you read it. Please, forget everything you saw. Slow down. I didn't read it. He asked me to tell you to meet him on the roof as soon as possible. On the roof? That's romantic, right? It's like I'm in a TV drama. Oh, dang it. If I leave my post and something happens to those cameras, Yukimura will go nuclear. Decisions. I've got it. You're not on duty now, right? Watch the front desk for me. I won't be long. 10 minutes tops. Please, please, please. Sure. That's my girl. I knew I could count on you not to stand in the way of true love. I'll be right back. With Saki gone, I could disassemble the recording systems and move around the station without being seen, but not without getting her in trouble with Yukimura. We got some investigation from that, but we also lost some professionalism again. I don't want to get her mad at me. But then again, I don't know if leaving the cameras on is going to really screw us later. I don't know. We'll leave them on. As much as I want to, I can't do something that would hurt Saki's career like that. I'll find another way. That was more professional, at least. And honestly, investigation, I'm reasonably high on it, so I'm not too worried, I guess. Alright, well, you know what? I think I'm going to stop here for right now. Let's see. I think it auto-saves, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah, it auto-saves. So far, it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. It's, definitely when it wants to be atmospheric and it wants to be, you know, have that psychological horror, it seems to be really good at that. Now, to be perfectly fair, I'm not good with horror in general. So, you know, it's pretty spooky, but I am enjoying it so far. It's a lot of fun. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, it's probably going to be kind of just a short little series, you know, while I'm waiting for Higurashi. And, depending on how much people like it and stuff, you know, we may play multiple endings. We'll see. But let me know what you guys think so far, and I'll see you next time for some more Tokyo Dark. Bye!